Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick yarn review of the Flecks by Loops and Threads, and it's a super soft 4-weight yarn. It's 79% acrylic, 21% polyester. It is really soft and I love how there are little flecks that run through. This ball of yarn is 355 yards, 6.53 ounces, 185 grams. It does say hand wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron. So right off the bat I'm not sure what to make because I don't have a lot of time, and so anything I make I want to make sure that it is machine washable and dryable, at least on gentle. So today for this review, I am going to do a quick workup as a little knitted sampler, a crochet sampler, and I'll also do a little bit of Tunisian crochet. And we can see how this works up. So you can kind of see the thread and the yarn on this, and it looks like it kind of splits at the end. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll see how it works up. It is really soft though, and it's really pretty. And I have one in this pink, and then I've got another in this purple. And I have 2 balls of each. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. And as always, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I will start with a little crochet sampler. Just going to put a slip knot on my hook. And I have to say that it was really easy finding the end in the center. Some balls of yarn it is almost impossible, and I wind up pulling out the whole inside. And it is a slippery yarn, and you can see already that it does split really easily. There's a lot of strands of yarn, so I guess the way it was spun, you get all of these little strands of yarn, and it's going to be very easy to split, which isn't necessarily a good thing. So you can see the end right there, and all of these different strands are kind of individual strands, almost like embroidery floss. So I'm just going to work some single crochet. It's pretty. So there's one row of single crochet. Pull out a little extra yarn here so that ball isn't rolling all over the place. So I'm just going to work another row of single crochet, and maybe double crochet and a treble crochet or something, and see how they work. See, I can already feel it's hard to get into the ends, and I feel like you could easily split your yarn, but it is pretty. So you can see how the flecks work in to the yarn. Right, I'm going to chain 2, and we'll do a half double crochet. We got our single crochet on the bottom, half double crochet up here. I definitely like the taller stitch because you get the flecks seem to stand out a little bit more. Doing the single crochet, I mean, they're just closer together and almost, they don't stand out. They kind of get hidden in the stitches. All right, let's try a double crochet. I'll chain 3, get some more yarn. Now it's very tight in there, so it's kind of, I mean, I guess that's good. It means there's a lot of yarn in there, but when you're working, that can be a pain. All right, double crochets. Let's see, I'm going to try to find that stitch. Like I said, it's kind of hard the way this yarn is because it splits really easily. So we have our single crochet down there, half double in the middle, and then the double crochet at the top. So it works up really nice. It's pretty. Let's just see what a treble does. Just for fun. And it's really soft, so the yarn does tend to slide on your hook. It doesn't catch. So there's the trebles. So yeah, I mean, it was easy to work up with. The splitting of the yarn didn't really, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but you can see at the ends it definitely has the potential to kind of split up and create problems as you're working. All right, let's try some knitting. So I'm just going to knit up a few rows because I want to see how those flecks look in a knitted piece of fabric. And again, the yarn is really smooth, so it doesn't catch at all on your needles or your hooks. Pretty smooth, works up fairly easily. It's definitely soft. But again, I'm not really a fan of hand washing. I mean, I'll do it if it's super fancy yarn, but this stuff I feel like you can just get it at, you know, Michael's or Joann or maybe even Walmart. And it, you know, being, what did I say it was? Acrylic. So 79% acrylic and 21% polyester. I kind of would prefer that it be machine washable, at least on a gentle, cool setting, because, you know, I'm not going to want to hand wash this. You know, I didn't pay a fortune for it. I'm all about easy care after I complete a project. And so you can see right there, it kind of split on me a little bit. Let's try that one again. So knitting, you're going to get more splitting, I feel like. Just because you have to put your hook in, and sometimes it does, sometimes the yarn will split anyway when you're knitting. Alright, so that was just knit stitches. Let's try a purl stitch. Zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Ooh. So you can see where it kind of split like that. And that does happen in knitting more often than in crochet, depending on the kind of yarn you're using. So this may be a little bit more difficult to knit with, especially if you're doing a bigger project. You can see the splitting, the different yarns in the strands here in each stitch. I'm going to do a knit row and we'll see what that looks like. Alright. So there's our garter stitch down here, and there's our stockinette stitch. I mean, it's nice. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, let's go on to some Tunisian. Alright, Tunisian crochet. I'm just going to put a slip stitch. And I'm only using just a regular crochet hook. This one is a size 6mm. The knitting needles that I was using, I don't even know what size those were. I'm guessing maybe a 5. Oh, see, I already split my yarn on this initial cast on row. My chain foundation row. And I am using the same yarn, so I'm taking out the little samples and using the same bits of strands that I was using for my other samples, so maybe that is a cause of the splitting. Alright, so I'm just going to work back into each stitch, pulling up a loop all the way back. It's a little bit hard to see where those stitches are, sometimes with those flecks. Alright. This might be easier with an actual Tunisian hook. Maybe I've put too many stitches on for this little hook here. It's okay. And so this is kind of a little bit more difficult because the yarn is so smooth that it wants to go back through all of my stitches and not just those two as I'm working my reverse pass. But I do like how it looks. So I've worked another row or two in the Tunisian. I don't know, I mean, I like it. I like how it looks. I'm not sold on this yarn though. It is soft, but I'm not sure it's worth it for me to use it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have any of you ever used this, the Flecks by Loops and Threads? I'm guessing it comes in more than these two colors. So I picked up the purple and also the pink. And it's really pretty. And again, it's really soft. And I love the little flecks in there. But I don't know what to use it for. I don't know. So here's our Tunisian sample. I did the knitting sample, which was, I like the look of that too, but it was more difficult to work with. This yarn was more difficult to knit with. And then crochet, I preferred the bigger stitches, so a half double crochet or a double crochet, than just using a single crochet. I think the Flecks stood out better on the taller stitches. But the Tunisian, I like it. I just don't know what I'm going to use this for. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you like this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.